Hi guys, today we're looking at a worrying report posted by the unofficial PvZ News Twitter account that Plants vs Zombies 3 has been cancelled. In the early hours of this morning, a tweet was posted stating Plants vs Zombies 3 has been cancelled. The game has been listed sunset on the Google Play Store. Included in the tweet is the following image, and this appears to be a screen grab from the PvZ3 testing program. Now, as many of you will be aware, PvZ3 was only being tested in limited regions, including Australia, Philippines, and a few others, but of course with data miners and that type of stuff, the APKs were shared pretty much globally, so pretty much all of us could play it. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a link to where this information has been gathered from. Perhaps the person who runs the Twitter account is in one of those areas. As you can see there, they are part of the PvZ3 testing program, but a link would be very helpful, as understandably some fans will be a bit skeptical about this news. However, the PvZ News Twitter account has been a very reliable source in the past, and I don't think they would intentionally mislead or post fake news. Anyway, the image itself also includes some interesting words. So you can see here it says app ZZ Sunset Plants vs Zombies 3. We've also got down here, you'll receive an update to the ZZ Sunset Plants vs Zombies 3 app if you already have it installed on your device. Now, the reason for this ZZ Sunset is apparently it is code for a very unfortunate event to happen to a game. This has been included in the tweet as well, but if we head over to EA Help to an article called Older EA Games That Aren't Available, and we scroll down to the bottom, there's a little section that says, why are games unavailable? There comes a time in every game's life cycle when it makes sense for us to remove it from online stores. We refer to this process as sunsetting. If you already have games that have been sunset, you'll still be able to play them if they're installed on a supported device. With all that information, we can possibly therefore assume Plants vs Zombies 3 has been cancelled, unless this is being done because they have no more plans to do any betas and there's no reason for people to have access to it on the Google Play Store. And just to be clear on what sunsetting means, it doesn't state that it means a project has been cancelled. It's just the process of when a game is being removed from online stores, which obviously typically would probably only happen if support has stopped for a game or if the project had been closed for whatever reason. However, the difference with Plants vs Zombies 3 is that it hasn't been officially released. This is just a test version, so I don't know what that means. At this present moment in time, we don't have any concrete confirmation that Plants vs Zombies 3 has been cancelled. We've had no announcement from PopCap or EA to say that this project has been shut down. This also brings into question the job listings we talked about in a previous video, two of which are for a Plants vs Zombies mobile game, which understandably at the time we assumed was for Plants vs Zombies 3, and that could still be true if the game hasn't actually been cancelled, but of course we don't 100% know that yet. So if that is the case, what is this game that they are hiring for? Has PvZ3 been cancelled so recently that those job listings were put up because they thought the project was going ahead and then they've just been told nope? Could it be for Zombie Match, which again would be a questionable decision for them to continue with that game? Or is it something completely new? Are they going to try something else? Or could it be another rehash of Plants vs Zombies 3? Who knows? So yes, whilst this information we have been given does suggest that Plants vs Zombies 3 has been cancelled, there are still quite a number of unanswered questions that hopefully we'll get some answers to from an official post. But based on the communication from PopCap over the last year, if not longer, they haven't been very transparent with us in terms of how the project is going or about anything really, as we've had no social media posts. Anyway guys, it's a bit of an interesting one. I wouldn't say 100% that this has been cancelled yet. I think we possibly are waiting on a bit more information, but there is compelling evidence that this is the case. However, I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this, so let me know in the comments below. But other than that, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons, turn on notifications, and if you would like to support the channel further, check out my Patreon page by clicking on screen or through the link in the description. Okay, thanks guys, bye.